You guys seem to be enjoying the sweet and spicy. Let's play a game. Sweet or spicy from the Priestess Assassin. This is the second book in the Traibon Family Saga with Dante's arc, or Dante's Ascension as I call it. So we're gonna again, this week I'm doing entire scenes, so I hope you guys enjoyed my reading. And we're gonna do a sweet moment between the boys and then a spicy moment between the boys. So I hope you guys are ready for this. All right. Here we go. So this is the Priestess Assassin. Dante, I came to see if you needed a hand. John's voice lingered at the stable entrance, and I bit my tongue to force silence. Wow, this stable is falling apart. I shifted, making sure my back faced him, trying not to reveal my bruised face and my still bleeding torso. If I could just buy a little more time to heal, I thought. It was so shit covered I couldn't bring the horses in and had to take out the ones who were here, trying to make sure the hearth is good and warm before coming back in. Stay close to red wine until I'm done. It's not safe out here, Father John. Damn it, it sounds too scripted. Bosk shuffled in his stall, and John scuffed his boot against the ground. It seems you did your share of bleeding as well. It's hard not to miss the dogs fighting over the pool of blood out front. Exactly whose puddle is out here anyway? Forgot about that. Looking to the rafters, I couldn't shake the defeated sensation weighing down on me and confessed 3 men jumped at me. 3? John sighed, coming closer to sit next to me in front of the hearth. Falco's men? Not sure. I swallowed, hoping those blue eyes hadn't looked me in the face. Catching his glare and the twitch in his cheek, I added, but they did say they were with Fallen Arbor and looking for Prince Traibon. John held out his hand to warm them. Why would they be looking for you? He asked, wrinkling his face. I haven't the slightest idea, unless they are still looking for my brother. I shook my head, not sure what to think of the situation, even after pondering on it for so long. I managed to kill 2, but the third man, he was strange. No braid, dressed like a nobleman. Hell of a fighter, though. We didn't fight for long. Where'd he go? John flipped my hood down, glaring at the bruise and cut on my face. Did you see where he went? No idea. I cut him good. He's going to have a scar on the wrist and a mangled finger, managing to chop off the top of one digit. He moved toward my face, and I leaned out of his reach. It'll be gone by morning. Well, I'd prefer next time you don't use your face as a damn shield. There was the tinge of anger in his voice I had expected sooner as he tugged the hood back up. Where else did you get hit? You're not a practice dummy, yet you seem so hell-bent on treating your body as one. That's a common thing throughout this. So, what is a spicy scene in book 2? Now for a spicy scene from the Priestess Assassin. And remember, tell me which one in the comments you like best. Here we go. I must say you've made some good allies already, Your Majesty. She finally finished marking a few things on a scrap paper and handed it with the chainmail shirt to John. Now, as much as I enjoyed the tour, Father, I'd appreciate you dressing yourself proper before leaving my house, or old Gerda across the way is bound to see her chosen Lord and Savior sooner than later. If I must, teased John, dropping the items on my lap. Now, Your Majesty, Bessie chirped in Princess Sonia's direction. Let's get you into proper gear in hopes getting you home safely. I have far more female wares than male. Sorry, Father. Bessie gave a worried expression at John's blouse, blanketing the marking. May you find the ill-intended mark a blessing at the end of this path the fates have weaved for you. If you knew what dark thoughts lingered, he paused, catching my gaze and frowned. I suppose who doesn't anymore? He tried sliding the white collar in place, but it caught on his shirt. Ashton? His face flushed as he failed to pull it loose, tingling it further. Help me with this. Standing, I narrowed my eyes at him, and he rolled his in reply. Lifting his chin, I released the collar that had caught the top button. With a flick of a finger, it slid loose, and he pushed it back in place. Pulling on his jacket, his body shielded me from the girls, and he whispered too low for them to hear. Should we even trust these people? He was working the coat's buttons from bottom to top when I pressed my hand against his torso, blocking his efforts. You skipped a button, I gruffed. Oh? Playfully, I began unbuttoning the jacket, then the blouse. Now you're teasing me. John's face flushed, his torso tensing as my knuckles raked his skin. And you fussed at me for flirting with danger, he hissed. You made the first move when you took your shirt off and forced me to watch her rub you down, I cooed, licking a fang. This is finally my reply, taking a stake in what's mine. I slid a hand up and under, fingers gliding to his collarbone before retreating to button the shirt and closed with haste. All these people have left his trust. I patted his chest with a fingered grin. John swallowed, his eyes piercing me. He covered his mouth and spun away. Excuse me, I need to splash my face. Do you have... And that's where we're going to end. And of course, vote in the comments. Let me know if you like the sweet scene or the spicy scene from The Priestess Assassin. And know that the 4th book is on pre-order and comes out in February of 2026. But you can start reading the series today or sign up to be an ARC reader.